Welcome to Dice with Death, where anyone could die with a roll of the dice. I'm your direct messenger, Ollie Bateman, and joining me again for this week's performative Dungeons & Dragons podcast is Chatty Badger's Jamie Powis.
Vixen has joined the party to fight Planewalker, though Aark still prefers her daughter.
Oh,
what a burn. She's not a regular mum, she's a cool mum.
Oh, is she a cool mum though? I don't think she's quite allowed in the gang.
Cool. Not yet. She's
yet.
not down with the kids.
Not yet. She hasn't saved Aark's life, and maybe that's when he will respect her. I am, of course, also joined by We Are Reach's Amy Mallet.
Planewanker's back again. Let's reduce this lizard to a scrap pile of tin.
Amazing. Keep going.
We're going to bring the combat, show you how. Got some nat 20s. Better roll them now.
Hey! Clap for that. Well done.
Fire. We were about to set this plate on fire. I think I just said plate.
Don't need no match or lighter.
Note to self for no dice. We need to talk about Labyrinth and Tiny Temper.
Yes, we do.
Basically, listeners, before we started this recording, we all started going, yeah! And then we remembered Tiny Temper was a thing, and that's kind of how it happened.
American listeners, you might not know who Tiny Temper is, so we'll save that for no dice to educate you all.
And it's currently so hot, one of us might pass out. Am I right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, he's been Southampton, but he's never been to Scunthorpe.
What a line!
There was that Facebook group, wasn't there, that was like, bad luck, Southampton, or Scunthorpe. Tiny Temper's been to Southampton.
And I went to uni in Southampton, so that was huge on a night out in 2009. I'm, of course, also joined by WhatCulture.com's Adam Wilborn.
The name's Titus. I'm helpful when you're in a bit of a sitch. I do two things, backflip and make Planewalker my bitch. Guess what? I'm done with doing flips to put on a show. Ollie, no need to roll for initiative. Let's fucking go!
Yeah! Yes! Oh, that war cry. Yeah, you're about to fight Planewalker and things could go horribly wrong. Is everybody ready to continue the adventure?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Adam's kissing his dice. Yeah! Previously on Dice with Death, Aark quickly pulled the gang together to hatch a plan, having destroyed the device known as the Manipulator. Titus fooled everyone into thinking he was a statue, while Quilly revealed himself after hiding in the air vents during the lockdown. Aark explained the situation about Zakaya, Vixen and the Revivify spell and the Manipulator to Quilly, who then produced video footage from the security cameras on a net-jacked holocard, detailing scribblings and notes he'd spotted on the Violet Children in Idura's quarters. He told the gang about the Violet Children's prophecy, saying that the energy emitted during the Purple Moon Festival was the catalyst to create the most legendary item of all time, the Wish Stone of the Gods, which could only be activated by the spilt blood of a champion. Quilly theorised that Idura wanted Aark to perform the Revivify ritual in order to bring a former decorated champion back from the dead, with Aark asking reluctantly for Vixen's hand. Along with Titus laying Vixen's other hand on his tit, they successfully used the full revive ability granted to them by their powers of Petro Solidus. Aark asked Quilly about camera footage of Harley-Ater saves and showed him along with the other dignitaries in the Royal Box Green Room. Aark asked Vixen who she recognised in the room, revealing that she knew Aves on account of Zack's memories, and said that Princess Salu was hot, but didn't recognise the High Elf, noting that he looked like Zack's biological father, but could not be any older than 24 years of age. Aark introduced Vixen to the severed head of the assassin who killed Zack. Aark introduced Vixen to the severed head of the assassin who killed Zack hanging from Titus's sporran and cast Speak with Dead in order to gain any information they could. The head spoke to Vixen, spitting phlegm and blood on the floor at the sound of Zakaya's name, whilst also saying that the person who gave the order for Zack's death was the one that looked like Vixen, decrying that you might not know his name now, but everyone will know his name soon. The gang finalised their plan of completing the Champion Games and killing Idura before the Games Master's voice echoed over the tannoy, saying that the lockdown had been lifted and that the Kobold team had been disqualified from the competition for outside interference. Titus performed a middling backflip to cause a distraction so they could head up to the athletes' quarters away from the prying eyes of the press, before deciding to call a press conference to announce the return of Vixen to the games. The Games Master met them in their quarters and divulged the fact that the kobolds had been disqualified after finding details of the assassin linked to their team. The press conference took place and grilled Vixen about her whereabouts for the last 25 years before all the teams headed out to the stadium to commence day 2 of the games. After pulling the lever and revealing a flat fighting surface for the gang, they were met by their biggest foe to date, the robotic lizard known as Planewalker, who bellowed and roared as it jumped down into the stadium, while Aark, Titus and Vixen got ready to fight for their lives. And that's where we are now. You all stand back to back to back, weapons drawn, facing Planewalker as it roars towards you all, deafening your ears, exactly like it did in the Solar Naval Facility only 2 weeks ago. The crowds in their hundreds of thousands are cheering at the top of their lungs as fireworks signal the launch of day 2 of the games. You hear the Games Master say, "Take your positions!" Titus and Vixen, you know immediately, having both competed and been ambassadors for the games, that you are allowed to maneuver yourself into your favoured positions before the klaxon sounds. What do you do?
Oh, God.
Well, I guess, Titus, I suppose, if you're... Oh, hang on. Sorry, my laptop's just saying, it's time to restart. No, it's not, bitch.
Anytime but now.
Anytime but now. That was what I clicked. I was like, no. There was an option for now, tomorrow, or not today, Satan, and I chose the last one. So I imagine Titus being more athletic and kind of melee in build. Maybe he'd want to get closer to it, like near its feet.
For some reason, I've got an image in my head of me stabbing it through the head. So I don't know quite how easy that's going to be straight off the bat, but yeah.
How tall is this thing again, Ollie?
This thing is 60 foot tall.
Right, so you'd have to climb up it first. A bit like Shadow the Colossus, if you ever played that game.
So let's just... Planewalker has his kind of like massive attack beam from his mouth. So we probably should get either out of the way of the mouth or as close as we can to it so it can't use that beam.
I was thinking, yeah, let's get close to its legs.
Unless, is there any way that I could... Now, this might be really dumb. Get it to use the beam on itself? So, like...
Oh, hello.
Shoots itself in the arse or something. I don't know if that would be feasible. Yeah, I presume, Jamie, that I'd have to, like, ready an action, ready like a dodge or something.
Like, feasible? I don't know. But cool. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
If you maybe were on the tail and you taunted it from the tail, and then you when it went to... A bit like it did before, really. When it goes for for you move, and then it bites its own tail.
Maybe it'd be like a dog, and then it just got obsessed with like biting its own tail, and then we just advance to the next round, basically.
Yeah, we just sneak out of there when
Maybe
it's still
that's the
wrestling.
real test. I don't know if it's just a flat surface, isn't it, Ollie?
Completely flat, isn't it?
It is a completely flat surface. As you look into this stadium, you see Planewalker, who, by the way, is coloured differently to how you last saw them. Like, the last time you saw this Planewalker, it was in solar naval colours, like the blue and the gold. But this time it's dressed in, like, the purple and green of the Purple Moon Festival. That's what you see as you look into this stadium, surrounded by hundreds of thousands of people.
There's no, like, trampolines knocking about that someone's accidentally left or anything like that, is there?
Imagine accidentally leaving a trampoline somewhere. Like, you pull your keys out your pocket and that falls on the floor and you just walk off like, oh shit, I left me trampoline there. What was I doing?
Although, to be fair, my track record of trampolining IRL is not great. That's how I broke my arm when I was a kid, trying to see how far I could trampoline.
Okay, full story on the next No Dice, everybody.
Write down,
Dice. Make a note of that. We love a broken arm story. Never broken a bone. by the
Me
way.
neither. Me
Yeah.
neither, Ol. Yeah, high five.
Okay, virtual high five through the Zoom call. If everybody wants to go ahead and make me a perception check, they certainly can. Aark,
5.
Titus,
It's good. I'm getting the shit rolls out of the way now so I can kill the Planewalker because I got 4.
oh wow, okay, and Vixen.
I got 17.
Yes!
Oh my god. Okay, Vixen, that's exactly what you needed to see what you're about to see.
Oh my god. What is it?
You notice, just like the last time you faced Planewalker, the brilliant blue power cells built into its torso, and you see that the power cells, just like last time, are only a quarter charged. You also notice that the disc that delivered you into the arena that floats is still behind you, and its control panel, of which it uses to steer, is still activated and looks like it can be piloted. You also see, because you got a 17, just peering out of the neck of Planewalker, a slot in the side of its neck, no bigger than a hollow card.
All right, lads, listen up. That thing behind us, that, like, disc thing, we can pilot that. You see, there's a little panel on there. It's still active. So we can get on top of that, and we can use that to fly up to Planewalker. You with me?
Should we all do it, or should we split up so it doesn't have one easy target?
I guess it makes perfect sense. Maybe one of us takes it up there and has a crack, and someone else attacks from below. I'd like to get between its legs. No funny business, just I know that's where its beam's not going to hit me, so I might get quite close. Another thing, look at the power cells. They're only like, was it half full, Ollie, or a quarter full?
A quarter full, a quarter charged.
They're only a quarter charged. I mean, do you reckon we might be able to yank one of them things out? That thing's components must be powered by themselves.
Who's got the hollow card?
Aark
had it.
a hollow card.
Good. Right, that's good. Now, so does that mean, Vixen, do you want to fly the thing, or do you want me to have a go?
I'm pretty sure we had one of them before in a previous game, and it was a different kind of game, but I've definitely piloted one of those. I can give it a crack. You're probably best being the nice big beefy boy that you are, getting up close and personal anyway. So if you want me to jump on there, yeah, sure, I'll do it.
I'm picturing my role in this to be Will Smith in the climactic fight of Men in Black. We can all picture that.
Vixen, roll me a history check.
It was only an 8.
It's not that hard to remember this specific detail about the piloted disc. But
Yep.
Vixen, you will know that during combat, if you were to use one of those things to move around, it's your full action to move, and if you wanted to attack, you would have to, like, be standing still.
So get close enough, right, got you.
Yeah, but that's only if one of you was piloting it, i.e. someone was driving and someone else was on there with you.
Right, so if I stop piloting it, it will just go down, right? Like a...
Not go down, it will just stay exactly where it is. But if you want to, like, attack or anything, basically you're going to need both your hands to steer this thing, and if you want to use an action to attack, the disc has got to stay static.
Yeah, that makes sense. You've got to almost keep it sort of, like a hovercraft in the air.
Exactly.
Okay, I get it.
Do you think the two of us should go on that thing then and you have a bit of a fly about, or should we split up into individuals?
I would split up into individuals, because if you get hit by the beam,
Yeah.
How many
Just gonna
power
blow
cells? How many power cells are there again? 3.
it's
the-
Art kind of knows this, right? So
Yeah,
it's
totally.
basically it's blue arcane, so it's just half filled at the moment, so you can't really pull anything out of it because it's all in the
Right,
internals.
okay.
I mean, you could absolutely have a go.
Have a go. All right.
I'd have to go. I'll have a go at that.
I mean,
Yanking
yeah,
some-
I think it's worth having a go. So whoever goes up on the floaty disc is going to need to have the hollow card, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna fly to its neck and pop it in. Is that all right?
Well, fair. I mean, yeah. All right, Mister. I've got wings and I'm too cool to be one of the floaty disc gang. Fine, fuck off there and put it in the neck.
All right, thanks. And I guess you've got your Eldritch Blast, haven't you? So you've got a bit of range on you.
Yeah.
If Titus goes on it, he's just gonna be sitting there.
I'm just gonna run around on the floor and hope that it draws its attention and try and dodge this beam whenever it fires it.
Just screaming.
Real Tom and Jerry escapades, possibly, from Titus in the foreseeable future. Okay, so gang, do you have a plan?
Yeah, of course we
I
do.
think we have a plan.
Yes, I'm gonna stand right in front of it.
Okay, you hear the crowds roar. You hear fireworks. This is day 2 of the games that has resumed. Everybody is so excited. They've not, like, Vixen, you've been an ambassador for the games and a competitor. Titus, you've been an ambassador. You have never in your life seen this specific round. Never has there been 3 huge metallic monsters or gargantuan objects fighting in each arena. So this is huge. You hear the klaxons go off. We are now into initiative. Titus, you start the top of the round at 18. What are you doing?
Right, it has been a while, so I'm going to clarify a few things here, Ollie.
Okay.
All good.
My dodge action, which I sense is probably going to be the most important thing I do here. If
Okay.
I ready that, there's not a lot else I can do, really, is there? It's just do that and rage. Although, should I rage Aark? Because if I don't get hit with damage and don't attack, which I won't because I'll be dodging, then it's just a waste because it just resets at the start of each turn.
That's true.
Absolutely, yeah, 100%.
And I'm not doing any strength checks or saving throws. I mean, it's
Like, feel free to
yeah.
smack it as well. Like, you know, you can probably get to a leg, can't you? Give it a smack if you want. Then you
Yeah,
won't
okay.
dodge. That's the problem. So you can smack it or you can dodge.
I'll just ready my dodge action, Ollie.
Yep.
And I really don't want to draw a reference to him, but he's the most obvious one. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. If I say what I'm going to do is, along with readying my dodge action, is do the whole Hulk Hogan ear cup thing to one side of the stadium,
Yep.
then the whole ear cup thing to the other side of the stadium, then point at the Planewalker and raise both hands in the air, point it, and then go, suck it! And I think that's the end of my turn, because I'm just waiting to try and dodge out the way of this bastard.
Yeah, sure. Titus, I'm not even, like, this Planewalker's like a few hundred feet away, but, like, you're maneuvering into your position, so I'm going to say that you use, all of that anyway to get right up to it. And you, in the face of the biggest foe that you've ever faced in your life, take the dodge action.
Jammy dodger.
Yeah, which, you will, it will have disadvantage on hitting you, which is great. So that's cool. You stand in front of Planewalker. Now that it's the end of your go, I would like to remind you that rage does mean that if you get hit with certain attacks, you only take half the damage, but, it's fine. We move on. To...
It's your first go back, ads. First go back.
Fine, just don't worry about it.
And also, this podcast is not in any way affiliated with Hulk Hogan.
No,
Yes,
thank
Maybe
you.
just quick, yeah.
No, thank you.
We're all Hollywood Hogan fans.
Yeah, huge. We're big into
Huge.
Hollywood Hogan. He's perfectly fine and not problematic. Vixen, it's your go. What are you doing?
So how far away is the disc?
The disc is right behind you. It's like 5 feet behind you.
Okay. So if I was to run to that disc, so I'd be able to get there easily in my turn. Would
Easy.
I have to, what action would I have to do to basically work this control panel?
You would just use your action. So you'd still have bonus action.
Oh, right, interact with an object probably. Yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Just it's not a free action, so it is your full action.
Yep.
But the disc's flying speed is the same as Aark's, which is 50 feet.
Okay, cool. So I will.
But I'll let you wherever this is the first round. You're not quite in there yet. Wherever you want it to go to, it can go to.
Okay, cool. Can I fly it to just behind, just to the side of Planewalker's head, so sort of like out of its peripheral?
Yeah, of course you can. You
Okay.
do you want to go? You want to go left flanking or right flanking?
Which way's Aark gone? He hasn't gone yet, has he? He's behind.
Aark
He's
hasn't gone.
lower than me. I'm gonna shout down to Aark. I'm gonna go. Oh, I suppose if I shout that though, he's gonna know, isn't he? I'm not sure how Copus Mentis Planewalker actually is. I'm gonna go to the left.
Okay, you hop on the disc. You've already seen Titus speed off, sword aloft in his hand, to defend at the feet of Planewalker. You hop on the disc, you pull on the controls and levers, you start hovering up, and you're like surrounded by all these fireworks that are going off. They're not singeing you or burning you, but you're up in the smoke and the clouds, as it were, of this like arena, and you fly yourself. Let's say, how close do you want to be on the left to Planewalker?
I would say probably within striking distance, and then sort of stop. So kind of like just behind his shoulder, kind of thing.
Okay, within the old 5 feet. Okay, fine.
Yeah, within 5 feet. And I'm gonna wave my longsword and sort of like go wah to Titus down below as I go, because I see him. I see him running in like 300, and I'm just like, go on.
Vixen, you still have a bonus action.
As a bonus action, I will use my bardic inspiration on Aark, because I feel like he can probably use that for magical use, which is really cool. So he's got to be within 60 feet, hasn't he? It's 50 from Planeswalker to Aark. So that's right, isn't it?
You can in this instance, you can absolutely just give Aark a bardic inspiration. I feel like Aark is going to end up being a little bit closer than that in the mix anyway. So if you want to give him bardic inspiration, I'll totally allow that.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to pull my loot up, give it a few strums, and I'm going to go, oh, these are always going to be so funny, these, because they're going to have to be improved. I'm going to go, go on, bird boy, give him a peck. Slice that hollow card into his neck. Woo! There's my bardic inspiration.
Yes!
That's my music played.
Nice. You grant Aark bardic inspiration. You take out your electric lute, do a huge chugging riff on this thing, and yeah, he is embodied with this kind of radiant bardic power of yours. Vixen.
Oh, I was going to say, you can use this in a magical capacity as well, Aark. So if you cast a spell that restores hit points or deals damage, you probably know this already because you're way more into D&D than me, but you can basically you can roll that and add it to either hit points that you get back or damage dealt. So maybe save it for a good old spell.
Cool.
Very, very nice. Aark, it is your go. You are currently in the original position where the disc was. Titus is in front of Planewalker. You see Alyssa, who you don't call Vixen yet, to the left of this Planewalker shoulder. What are you doing?
Good question. So, how far away am I?
Well, right now he's like 100 feet away, but you can totally use, like, I'll let you get as far or as close as you want to, because this is the first round, first maneuvers getting into place.
Cool. So I want to fly up 50 foot, so I'm kind of on like eye level with it. And can I get any closer to him if I go 50 foot up? Can I get like right in his face?
Yeah, of course you can. You guys can situate yourselves anywhere you want to right now. So if you want, you're 50 foot up in the air, but you want to be like, what, 5-10 feet away from his face, or what?
Yeah, I want to go on the right side, so go to kind of the opposite side to Alyssa, and I just want to go to Planewalker and go, hello, old friend. And I am going to fucking hit it. Might as well.
Okay.
Cool. So what I'm going to do... Am I close to this kind of slot on the neck? Have I picked the right side for the slot on the neck?
You've picked the right side, definitely, yes.
So as an action, can I try and pop that hollow card that I've got from Quilly in the side of the neck of Planewalker?
Yeah, you absolutely can, yeah. You pull this hollow card from your... Where'd you pull it from? Your cloak, your satchel? Where
Got a bum bag.
Situated?
Little bum bag. I've got a dad bum bag.
You got a dad bum bag?
bag.
Of course you have. You got a dad bag, a bum bag. You pull this hollow card out from your bum bag, and you see all the wires that connect it through through various holojacked kind of circuits, and you lean in to try and place it in its neck.
Yeah.
Great. You push it forward towards the slot, and you get so far, and then you see that as this holocard touches where it needs to go in, this kind of irradiated blue carapace on this planewalker just kind of like you would, like still water, like you were just putting your finger into still water and you see all the ripples around it just scatter. You see that happen, and you can't push this holocard any further.
Shit.
Well, it's going to be easy.
I'm going to shout down to everyone, the holocard's not working.
Just give it like a wiggle or something. Have you got it in the right way?
Yeah, turn it upside down.
Blow on it.
Yeah, is it a Nintendo 64 cartridge, or have you're just putting a USB cable?
You got some dust in it.
Yeah.
I am bonus action going to summon my spiritual weapon. So right under Planewalker's head is going to be a big old hammer. I'm going to command the hammer to smack Planewalker in the face.
Okay.
Yes.
Roll
Nice
to
one.
hit, please.
That is... Oh, what a great first roll. That's so good. 25 to hit.
25 hits.
Yes.
Defo hits. Roll that damage.
So that's 9 damage.
9 damage to Planewalker.
Bet he's looking pretty messed up, right, Ollie?
You see this Planewalker doesn't even flinch as this spiritual weapon, which is what's it in the shape of? Is it thunder? Is it birds? Like, what does it look like to you?
Just a big hammer, I think. Just a massive
Huge hammer.
fuck off hammer into his
Huge
face.
fucking hammer in the face of Planewalker. Doesn't even flinch. But you have damaged it. Is that the end of your go?
That's the end of my turn, yeah.
Okay.
So what will Planewalker want to attack? The person who attacked it, or the person told him to fucking suck it?
Titus, I think we'll find out next. As it is Planewalker's go. And you see, I mean, all of you see in the eyes of Planewalker that you've looked upon before, the kind of coded robotic like red tinge, as like you get like lens glare from like a red light, or like a laser pen that like points directly at you. You feel this intense really intense blue arcane feeling between you all, and Planewalker looks straight down in front of him towards Titus, who is taking the dodge action and saying DX suck it in front of him. Titus, Planewalker is going to go for a stomp attack against you. It raises its left foot up in the air and is going to slam down onto you with disadvantage, of course, because you've taken the dodge action. So the first one to hit is... Okay, that's a 20 to hit, but it's disadvantage, so we go with the next one. Titus, does a 15 hit you?
Oh, unfortunately, I've got 16 armor.
Oh. Titus, you dodge out the way of this stomp, and you feel the rumble underneath you. This huge, metallic, like, not even claw-like, but bipedal robotic lizard lifts up and slams down right next to you. You dodge out of the way so athletically as you are saying, suck it, in front of this Planewalker. That is the end of Planewalker's go, but Planewalker has legendary actions, so we move on to those at initiative 2. Planewalker is going to do an earthquake. So this is only, we'll see. Earthquake. All players within a 60-foot range must make a DC 16 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. Titus, I need you to make me a strength saving throw, and Aark and Vixen, I also need you guys to make me a strength saving throw, but you only need to beat a 6.
Oh, I so nearly got a 4.
Aark.
I actually got a 5. Can I Can I roll my bardic inspiration?
You absolutely can.
Yeah, you can.
So I'm going to pass anyway. Yeah. So that is a 9.
Great. You use your bardic inspiration granted by Vixen. You save yourself from, like, the earthquake happens, but you feel this residual force come up from the ground and knock your wings out of position, but you steady yourself. Vixen, what did you get?
I got 11.
11. Cool. You are fine. You are on this disc. You are not knocked off. You do not fall 60 feet and take any damage. You are safe where you are.
Oh my god.
Titus, what did you get?
Dicegoblin.co.uk for all your dice needs. A 24, Ollie.
Oh! Titus is back, baby! He's been cooking them dice while we've been away.
Can you smell that, guys? Oh, that's Titus's dice. Grilled to perfection. Oh.
Oh, there's a lovely hint of melted cheese on them as well, with a nice crust. Lovely. Titus, you save. You are not knocked prone at all. You have dodged this attack from Planewalker. You see that Planewalker jumps in the air and lands with both feet to create this earthquake, and you are sat there, absolutely rock solid, not moving.
Get in. So chuffed with that. It's a long way to go, but you got to take the little victories.
Abso-fucking-lutely. We move on to Initiative 1, which is not any of your guys' go, or a legendary action, but I'm going to need all of you to roll me luck checks, please.
Ooh.
D20, flat roll, so nothing plus, just a D20. Aark.
5.
Titus.
18!
Vixen.
19.
Oh, okay. Bloody hell. All right. Vixen. This luck check has essentially been an insight check for what is going on and how you're feeling in and around your party members and Planewalker at this moment. With the prophecy of Petro Solidus, like, linking all of you together, and your power levels being affected by blue arcane surging through your body, Vixen, you in this moment, and everybody else feels this as well but doesn't quite realise it, you feel a harmony of energy between you all, and the much larger Titan in the room also being powered by blue arcane, Planewalker. You get the sense that being in such close proximity to this surge of energy is granting you a clear mind that feels like it's pushing you into an outer body experience. You feel as if your thoughts and feelings are being pulled into like an astral network that feels like brilliant bright blue, like fiber optic cables reaching into the sky and space and connecting your mind, thoughts and voice with people and planets like a fully working circuit board. Vixen, your voice in this moment leaves your body and becomes a corporeal entity that can travel and can communicate anywhere with anyone. You see yourself in astral space, looking down on the solar system of Parley with all the planets floating in silence. You feel behind you the presence of Aark and Titus with you, but they cannot speak nor make any actions. They can only observe. But Vixen, you see the whole of the solar system of Parley in front of you, and you hear a recognizable voice that's calling to you, but you can't quite understand what they're saying in this moment. What do you do?
Who is the recognizable voice? Or is it just familiar? I don't know who it is.
It's familiar, but you can't quite recognize it just yet. From where you are, you don't know who this is.
Okay. So can I sort of like, obviously Aark and Titus are behind me, but I can't, they're sort of just in stasis at the moment. They can't really do anything.
Yeah, you turn around to look at them, and they are observing you, but their mouths aren't moving, and it doesn't seem like they can move with you. They're just there in this moment with you.
Can I sort of clear my mind and kind of try to communicate with them, like mind to mind?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, what is it that you want to say to these guys?
I don't know if you can hear me, but this is really strange. The presence of this thing is kind of linking us up with like people all over the world, all over the planet, all over the galaxy. Can you feel this too?
They look at you as if they understand you, because they can hear. It's like little nods. It's not any big kind of gesture, but you know that Aark and Titus are with you in this moment.
I've never ever felt anything like this before. This is so strange. Zach didn't say anything about this, only that the prophecy linked the three of you. I didn't even imagine that might extend to me. If I close my eyes and try to find someone else, can I search for Madame Morgana?
Vixen, you close your eyes and you clear your mind and you search for the voice of Madame Morgana. And out of the astral dark and black of space, you hear your old friend say, "Vixen, you're alive?"
Oh my god. Morgana, it is you. I can't believe it. I've missed you so much. Where are you?
It's been a long time, old friend. I'm in the great beyond. You know, I was a willing participant in sacrificing myself to bring back old Captain Aark of the Elite Storm Aerialists.
Well, what a shit trade-off that was, eh? Much rather have had you, wouldn't they? I'm sure of it. I know for a fact that Zach was devastated and also really appreciated what you did for all of them. So, yeah, good on you, girl. I'm really proud of you. And I'm sorry.
Vixen, sorry to interrupt, but you have the memory from Zakaya of the lullaby and the hug that you shared together in the library in Iliad. That flashes up in your mind, and you hear the lullaby.
Thank you so much for taking care of my daughter. You don't know what it meant to me. And also, this thing is so much bigger than I ever imagined. I need to know. You're wherever you are now, but do you have knowledge of stuff? Do you have answers for us? Because we need to know how to bring this thing down. We need to get to Edu Ra. This thing goes all the way to the top. Probably even bigger than that.
Listen, girl. I haven't got much time. Your enemy is closer than you think. Know your enemy. Know and hear their name so that you may strike them down when the time is right. Hear the name. Amar Thuradan. Vixen, as you hear the name Amar Thuradan, something tweaks and twigs in your mind. And that name that you were cursed and couldn't say, half of it is correct. You know the last name Thuradan was the name of your lover. But you do not recognize that first name. The name Amar is completely brand new to you.
Thank you. Thank you. I hoped I'd never hear that name again. But here we are. Thank you, old friend. I appreciate that you can't stick around, but thank you. We will I will find him.
Go fuck him up, Gil. And you are brought straight back into the fight. We go back to the top of the round. Titus, that is your go. What are you doing? You have so successfully, athletically dodged out of the way of these Planewalker attacks. What are you doing?
I feel like all I can do is maybe copy-paste what I did in the first go, because I don't really think me lobbing a javelin at it's really going to do the damage we're hoping for here. So I am going to rage this time.
Okay. Titus goes into a rage.
Ding, ding, ding.
And I'll ready another dodge, I suppose. That's all I can really do.
I mean, you can hit it if you want to. You do have a sword.
Can I? But I can't. Is that not use? Is my action not a ready dodge, or is that? How does that work?
So if you attack, you will not be able to dodge. But you are raging, so you will take half damage, because you'll know now that from like Planewalker's attack that it just tried to do, that would be bludgeoning damage, and you know that you only suffer half of that when you're raging.
Okay, but I don't know what amount of damage that is.
That's true.
So I might ready a dodge, and then if I do get hit, then I'll know, right, okay, we know what we're working with now. So for now, because I sense this is a marathon, not a sprint, so I'm just going to ready a dodge for now. This is incredibly conservative for me, but I'm going to stick to that for the time being, Ollie.
Okay. Conservative
marathon, not a
Titus.
sprint.
Marathon, not a sprint, exactly. Titus, you go into a rage, you take the dodge action, you lift your great sword across your body and your chest, ready to athletically dodge out of the way of this Planewalker's attacks. It's the end of your go. Vixen, that is your go. You are on the disc. You have just had this kind of astral epiphany, and Aark and Titus have both seen and understood what has gone on. What do you want to do with your turn?
Ooh. So I'm still up there, aren't I? I'm still on the disc.
Yep.
Yep. So, am I within striking distance of Planewalker?
You are. You're within 5 feet.
Actually, to be fair, I don't even really need to be. That earthquake thing that happened, what was it? Was it 60... Sorry, whack my mic there. Was it 60 foot, the radius?
It was. It was a 60-foot radius, yes.
Okay. And my Eldritch Blast is actually 240 feet. So I'm going to move, if I can, out of that 60-foot range. Now I know it can do that. I'm going to learn from that as an attack. And I'm going to move back so that legendary action, I won't be in range of it.
Okay. How far do you want to move?
60 foot back, really. So I'm just outside the realm of it would be brilliant. But then can I still stay behind it?
You can absolutely still stay behind it. Bear in mind that this disc only has 50 feet of movement, which is the same as Aark. So you can get to like the last 10 feet, but you'll still be in range. But
yeah,
if you're not super close to Planewalker when it does an earthquake, like the DC was super low for you to be up in the air and right next to it. So the DC is going to be even lower if you're that far away. So I think you can take a chance and be 50 feet away if you wanted to.
All right, I'll be 50 feet away. So I'll be still behind it, but now I know it can do that. I'm going to move back. Again, we're all playing quite conservative, but we're trying to sort of stay alive. So moving further back.
Okay, fine. Free actions, you can talk to Aark and Titus just like you normally do. If you don't want to say anything, that's absolutely fine. Aark, it's your go. What are you doing?
So, the royal box where
Yes.
Abe's probably is. Can I see that?
Yes.
Can I see Abe's is in there?
Yes.
Okay. Like where? What direction? Like, is it like compared to Planewalker? Would you say?
Yeah. So you are. You're to the right of this Planewalker's head.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say that you're on the right side. You're looking at the right side of his head. The royal box is directly behind you.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, a few 100 feet away. Through a glass arena case.
Very tough glass, though, yeah. Very tough glass.
It's the same type of glass that you encountered in the first day of the games.
Okay.
It's not single glazing, boy.
So what I'm going to do is...
You know that everything has an AC, and you know that everything has HP to be meta. But, yes.
I am going to cast Spirit Guardians. You call for spirits to protect you. They flit around you to a distance of 15 foot for the duration. If you are good or neutral, their spectral form appears angelic or fey. I'm going to make them into little birds. When you cast this spell, you can designate any number of creatures you can see to be unaffected by it. So that's Alyssa and Titus. An affected creature's speed is halved in the area, and when the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 3d8 radiant damage.
Okay.
On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage.
Lovely stuff. Do you need me to do a saving throw now? It's just at the end of its turn.
Yeah, not yet. So these kind of spiritual birds will flit around me. I'm not really going to move from that neck area, so I kind of want them all to kind of like try to interact with that shielding around it. And as a bonus action, I'm now going to command my spiritual weapon to smack Planewalker again.
Great.
Oh wow, that's a nat 1.
Oh, okay. That is a miss. You see this hammer spin up and rotate, and you see that Planewalker just kind of effortlessly moves its neck to the left, not into you, but kind of away, and you see that the hammer misses.
Cool. That is the end of my turn.
Okay.
Was that a really sassy neck flick as well? Was that like,
Yeah. You won't see it on the Zoom call, everybody, but it was a proper like pop and lock it from me. Backstreet's back. All right. So yeah, it's Planewalker's go now. Initiative 3. He is going to try and punch Aark out of the air from right next to him. Aark, you see that Planewalker kind of crunches down, rears its like right fist, and strikes up and across its body towards you. Does an 11 hit you?
No, it misses.
It misses.
hey!
Whiffs and a miss. Just like you feel this huge metallic robotic fist just like push all the air past your wings. Doesn't push you off course or anything, but this huge fist just misses you.
Can I say,
that's the
come on, mate, come on.
You see its red laser-like eyes become like engorged and so angry as it looks towards you. It's now Planewalker's legendary action, and it's going to go with a supersonic roar. All players within 30 feet of range, so this doesn't include Vixen, must make a DC 12 wisdom saving throw or be frightened until the end of your next turn. So, Aark and Titus, wisdom saving throw, please. You got to beat a 12. Aark.
Hold on. 12.
You got 12.
Got 12.
Oh, you pass. Titus, what did you get?
15.
Nice. Nice.
Come on.
You guys, you are not bothered by this Planewalker right now. You have entered this arena with a battle plan, and you are sticking to it. Yeah, Planewalker releases this supersonic roar. You see it crouch down. You see its mouth open wide, and you hear this rumbling, wailing roar, and you resist all the urges to run away from it.
Can we all say to each other, did anyone hear anything there? Someone like left the door open or something. I don't know.
I thought I heard like some meowing, like a little puss.
Aark, did you just? Was that you farting there, or sorry? I didn't hear anything really.
Planewalker, more like lame walker. Am I right?
Oh! You
Sigma,
mock.
bro.
You mock your biggest foe to date, and I'm gonna fucking get you for that.
Oh dear.
We come to the end of the legendary actions. Aark and Titus, luck checks, please.
Who's next?
Don't want to sound really lame, but we've missed out a wisdom saving throw for Planewalker.
Oh, let's get that. What's it got to be?
It has to be 15.
Gets a 16, so passes on that time.
So it has to take half damage. So
Okay.
that is 6 radiant damage it takes.
6 radiant damage. Okay. Still looking incredibly healthy, is what I'm going to say. Still looking super healthy. Aark, what was your luck check?
10.
Titus, what was your luck check?
I love the fact that I'm getting the shit rolls when I don't really need them. I got a 4.
You got a 4.
Get him out the way there. Get him out the way there.
Okay. Nice. Aark, you got a 10, sorry.
Yeah.
You got a 10. Okay. You feel the same thing that happened to Vixen happened to you. You feel this blue arcane energy surging through your body as you are in close proximity to Planewalker. You feel your body and your mind become this corporeal, astral kind of figure. And you look down on the planets of Parlay of the solar system. You see Alyssa, Vixen, behind you. You also see Titus there, able to nod, but not really able to interact in any way. But you hear a voice calling to you from this solar system. This person is trying to talk to you, trying to communicate with you. What do you do?
Can I pick the person?
Okay, so you hear a specific voice, but you want to try and pick a different voice.
Who's the voice?
You don't know yet. You'll have to move towards it to find out.
I'll move towards it.
You move towards this voice, this familiar sounding voice, this not so much maternal voice, but definitely someone that you've had kids with. You hear the voice of your wife, Colonel Elec, for the first time in like digital Dolby stereo surround sound, like coming in hot and live to your ears. And you hear her quite, she's quite an authoritative kind of figure towards you and in your life. But she says, "Where are you? Who are you with?"
Have you got a fantasy TV? Because I'm pretty much all over the news right now. More importantly, how's the dog?
That'd be the first thing I'd ask as well.
Yeah.
Captain Aark of the Elite Storm area lists. What am I going to do with you? You're asking about the dog.
I miss that dog, Alec.
I miss you. Do you miss me?
More than the dog. Of course I do. I miss you so much.
Where are you and who are you with?
I've got friends, and we're on our way to you as soon as we can.
How soon?
I don't know. What's happening?
Things are dire. Most of my platoon and others have been corrupted by my father and that mechanical thing he covets so eagerly. A manipulator?
Yeah, we've heard of those.
Look, Aark, he's been lenient with me and hasn't subjected me to its power, but he has the kids. I fear that will all change soon if I carry on resisting. Look, Father is brokering a deal with the elves for total control. In doing so, he's become encumbered by necrotic energy, and even though his body is old and way past its expiration date, it holds him together, but scars his body with dark lesions every day. I'm scared, Aark.
Don't be scared. I've never believed in someone more than I believe in you. You've got this. Our children, I know they feel the same. We'll sort this out. It's going to be fine.
You hear an incredibly rare, like, whimper. Like you never hear her fault that way. If she cries, she is silent and it's a single tear. But you hear her trying to hold back this feeling in her throat, this lump in her throat, as she tries to, like, gather some kind of strength to talk to you and tell you these words that she can't fathom she would ever have to tell you. And she says, I facilitated our youngest's escape. You'll find him where the earth is red and molten. But our eldest didn't survive.
I don't think Aark says anything.
You hear her voice start to fade. And she says, I can't hold this any longer. I have to go, but Songbird must sing a little while longer.
I love you.
I love you too. The next time we talk, if you have to, you must put an end to this. Back into the arena. Back to the top of the round. Titus, that's your go.
Ollie, what happened with the foot, paw, fist, whatever it was they tried to stomp me with? Is it still right next to me?
Still right next to you, buried into the floor.
Fuck this, we're done playing games. I'm gonna have to rage again, obviously, because I didn't get hit with anything.
Cool.
I didn't cause any damage, so I'll rage again.
Yep.
And I am going to not dodge. Bollocks to this. I'm gonna swing my greatsword, or no, plunge. I'm gonna plunge my greatsword into the center of the. What are we going with? Paw? Foot?
Yeah, let's call it a foot. It's a bipedal foot, so it's essentially this, like, it's kind of like a flat metal foot almost with a heel. But yeah, you've got, like, the top of this, like, foot that you can stab into.
Yeah, I'm going to plunge the greatsword into that.
Roll to hit, please.
Come on, here we go. 15.
15 doesn't quite do it. You stab your sword down, and just in the way the residual movement of this earthquake, you jolt to the right just at the last minute and plunge your sword into the floor. Don't worry, it's not stuck. I'm not going to do that to you. But you plunge this sword to the right of this foot. Titus, is that all you want to do with your go? You have movement.
Gonna attempt to run as close as I can to it, because I think if I run away, it's kind of not doing anything. And I thought for a split second, what if I run behind the paw, and then I was like, well, it'll just lift it up, and they'll be like, there he is, bang. So it doesn't really matter. So yeah, I'm gonna try and make it so it can't. At least it makes it trickier for it to move its paw back and slam me, or tilt its head to shoot me with a beam or whatever it might be.
Great.
So I'm just going to run, try and get as close as I can to underneath it. I don't think I can get that close, but
no, I mean, in this moment, Titus, you absolutely can. You try and stab down into this foot, you can't. So you take a little left through the middle of Planewalker's legs, and you situate yourself right underneath it. Actually quite cleverly, where it cannot see you.
yes,
You are out.
Okay.
Exactly. So you are out of its visual. You are out of its visuals, but you are directly under Planewalker. Vixen, that's your go. What are you doing?
I'm going to go for an Eldritch Blast. So I am now stationary. I've parked, I guess. Boop, boop. Parked my little floating disc. A beam of crackling energy streaks towards the creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 force damage.
Okay.
And it's within 240 feet, so I'm well within range to do it.
Well within range, mate.
Well within range, mate. Well within range. The spell creates more than one beam when you reach higher levels, so 2 beams at 5th level, so this will be 2.
Yeah.
So that's 2 1d10s if it hits successfully. So the first beam, I am going to, first of all, roll to hit.
Great. You know by now, because I told Titus on the last one, that a 16 is Planewalker's AC at a quarter level charge. So 16 or over, you hit it.
So that did give me a nat 1. Fuck you, D&D Beyond.
Okay.
That's my first one, correct?
Yeah, that's a swing and a miss on the first one.
Swing and a miss on the first one. Let's go for the second, shall we? Ah, nice. The second one was 23.
That hits. That definitely
That hits. Nice one. Cool. At least we got one out of that. Cool. And then in terms of damage, it's a 10.
Nice.
Perfect.
Okay. One blasted beam, one eldritch blasted beam from your static position on this floating disc hits into the carapace of Planewalker, and you see that it physically takes damage, and you see, just like when Aark tried to slot this holocard into the side of its neck, you see like the water ripples of all this blue arcane energy around it, as if you are striking it and taking it down ever so slightly. Vixen, is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
No, that's good. That's cool. And I've, I can confirm D&D Beyond does work, and it works brilliantly. Yay! Hey! Nat 1.
We now go over to the charismatic Aark, who it's his turn. What are we doing, Aark?
So, last turn, Planewalker looked at me. Is that right?
Yep.
I've got my back to the raw box.
Yep.
With Aves and everyone else in, unfortunately.
Yep.
So that's kind of the right direction that the Planewalker is looking.
100%.
I'm going to say sorry, Titus, and I'm going to fly over to the Planewalker's ear and say fire and cast command.
Okay. Talk me through command, please, if you wouldn't mind reading that aloud for the class.
You speak a one-word command to a creature you can see within range. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn. The spell has no effect if the target is undead, if it doesn't understand your language, or the command is directly harmful to it.
Great. Okay, cool. So, wisdom saving throw coming
please.
up. What is it? What do you not want it to be?
I do not want it to beat a 15, please.
15. Okay. Planewalker has a +0 to wisdom, so here we go. 16.
Cool. Fine.
Okay. You whisper fire into Planewalker's ear, and you see it for a split second. You see like the red eyes kind of like dilute away and get really thin, and just like as if it's going through code in its head of how to understand, how to compute what you've said to it. It realizes that you're trying to influence its abilities and its decisions, and it restrains itself. And you see these beaming red eyes come back in and stare straight at you. That is Planewalker's go again.
I've got a bonus action, sorry.
You do?
I'm going to spiritual weapon again.
Yep. Great.
I've rolled a 19.
Okay, hits.
Yes.
That's 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay, and now it has to make another wisdom saving throw?
It does make a wisdom saving throw, yeah.
Great. That's a 7. Takes more damage.
Gosh. 21 points of radiant damage.
Okay, 21 points of radiant damage. In the meta of D&D, we always use like bloodied as if you're like half hurt or something, or you've got half HP. It's not bloodied. It's like if bloodied and then half of that was added to it. That's a really awful way of saying it. But you see Planewalker stumble a little bit, and you see like little sparks come out from the ridges of its carapace, and some of its like blue arcane cell batteries on the back of it. So you are doing damage to it and you are hurting it, but it is not faltering too much. That is now Planewalker's go. And Planewalker is going to swing and punch towards you again, Aark. Does a 14 hit you?
Misses.
Misses.
Oh!
Again,
Nice.
Again, another swing and another miss. And you see that, Planewalker is almost turned completely around to face you. Not quite, but Titus, you are still underneath this thing, not getting knocked about by the legs. And Vixen, you are still 50 feet away, all in, a safe space. That's the end of Planewalker's go. Legendary actions now. And Planewalker is going to use a missile strike, which costs it 2 legendary actions. So
Oh, bloody hell.
You're running this thing down. It has a range of 120 feet and an area of effect of 30. All players within that range must make a DC 14 dexterity saving throw or take 4d6 plus 6 fire damage and be knocked prone on a failed save, or half as much on a successful save. The missile strike targets Vixen, who is all alone 50 feet away on this platform. Vixen, make me a dexterity saving throw, please. Got to beat a 14.
Come on. 9.
You see, Aark, you're the closest to see this happen, but you see this missile rack or box just kind of appear from the back of Planewalker. Not something that you've ever seen a Planewalker do. With your knowledge of Planewalker, this was not a weapon. This was not a weapon that Planewalker had within its system when you first saw it all those years ago. But you surprisingly see this missile rack appear from its back. Missiles just start flying out and towards you, Vixen, on this disc. You are going to take 4d6 plus 6 damage.
Man, that's huge. My heart's taken enough damage from that last scene with Aark.
Oh, God.
Vixen, you take 14 points of fire damage.
All right.
Now I need to see if your disc stays afloat or if you fall out of the sky and take full damage.
Oh, no.
The disc got a 20. It stays up in the air.
Yay!
You
Go on the disc.
You amazingly stay afloat, but you see that these missiles have struck you. You have fallen prone onto the disc, so you are now lying flat. You see that the controls on this disc, this piloted disc, they're sparking and giving off all this kind of energy. They're not broken. You can see as soon as you look at it that they're not broken, but you feel singed. You're badly hurt as you hit down on this floor. Yeah, you're currently prone. We move to Initiative 1. Titus, you don't need to roll a luck check because we go straight to you and your astral projection. But you feel this surge of energy from Planewalker that links all of you together. You appear looking down on the solar system of Parlay. Again, you feel the presence of Aark behind you and Vixen behind you as you look amongst the stars in this solar system. And you also hear a voice calling towards you that you can't quite make out who it is just yet. What do you do?
I'm going to, because the only person I think I've really interacted with when it comes to this sort of thing is Madame Morgana. So I think I'm going to say, bonjour. And then focus on trying to work out who this person is.
Okay, you say bonjour into this astral space, as if to try and find Madame Morgana's voice. But it's not Madame Morgana's voice that you hear.
I figured.
It's you hear the voice of your uncle, Nakin Storm Warrior Kalagavi.
I'm not going to ruin the moment, but I always think you say naked. Naked
Naked Storm Warrior Kalagavi.
I mean, what, you would fear that man, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would. No, you would. Everybody fears a naked uncle. There's no world you don't feel that. But you hear the voice of naked Storm Warrior Caligarvi, and he says, Titus, stop gallivanting across the solar system and come home to be by your side and be by your mother's side. What you doing with yourself?
I'm doing what my father would want me to do, Uncle. I'm completing my quest. I'm proving myself worthy. What kind of son would I be if I abandoned my friends at a time like this? I will return home a hero. My mother understands that whilst I understand how upset she must be with the loss of my father, which, by the way, I've got some questions about, but she understands the Caligarvis complete what they set out to do. And the best way I can honour the memory of my father is by doing what I promised I would do when I left Olay.
Listen here, lad. You're wrong. You are so wrong. Come home. Be with your family. See that your father's legacy isn't left in vain. There'll be an hero's welcome for you when you get here. But come home. The rightful head of the Caligarvi family must succeed and carry on the legacy your father fought so hard for.
You listen, Winter Wolf. When I come back, I will return a conquering hero, my new wife on my arm, and my mother will show how proud she is. And all anger towards me not immediately returning home on the loss of my father will disappear when she sees what her son has become, the man that her father inspired. His father cared for him and instilled this belief in me. And I will represent the Caligarvi name because there doesn't seem to be many men left to represent it on Olay.
You listen here, lad. You best sleep with one eye open and watch for the shadows. And then you hear, Titus, behind his voice, this growling wolf howl as his voice fades away into nothingness. And you're back into the arena. Titus, that is your go. What are you doing?
So I'm sort of directly underneath the Planewalker, aren't I?
You are, yep.
I assume, if he stood up, I assume I can't just sort of thrust my sword up. I assume it's too high.
Yeah, he's 60 feet tall, which means that his legs are probably between 25 to 30 feet tall. So if you wanted to stab up into the abdomen, you might have to climb.
That's what I'm gonna have to do. I need a better vantage point to climb. And I was only going for the foot because it was the closest thing available to me. So I'm trying to think of a way. Maybe the tail? Has he got a tail?
It's got a tail.
Yeah, I was thinking of the tail because then... Yeah, let's go for the tail. I'm going to try and straddle the tail. I'm imagining the tail sort of draped on the ground. I'm going to try and straddle the tail. And a bit like ice climbers with pickaxes. And I pull my two hand axes out and try and stab them in, but also get a bit of a handhold onto the tail in case this thing starts moving. I don't know.
Excellent.
If I can't
right,
do that.
Titus, here's what's going to happen. If you want to use your hand axes to climb this thing, you could either use it to attack, to which you would do full damage to this thing, but you wouldn't be able to hang on. Or I will let you use both of your hand axes to try and climb this thing, and whatever you roll, we will half the damage. So you're not doing full damage as you climb this thing, but you're essentially going to give yourself advantage on being held onto this thing as you climb. What do you think?
Okay, let's go. Let's go with that. With the second option, I love it.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to ask you to roll me an athletics check to sink your axes into this Planewalker, but then I'm also going to get you to roll damage and half it and let me know what it is.
Okay, yeah. Right, let's do the athletics check first.
Yeah.
And see how we get on.
See if you can hang on.
21.
You are so clung onto this tail right now. I'm going to say you've probably used... What's your movement speed? Is it 30?
Yes.
Great. You would have used 20 to like get to the tail part that you could climb onto. And I'm going to say that you've moved 10 feet up this thing's tail. So you're still on the tail. You're not on the body, but you are hung on. Roll me your damage and let's half it to see what you do.
Do I need to roll for each hand axe, or do we just do it all as
We're
one?
just going to do the one.
Okay, right, here we go. Ah, shit. That's a 5.
Okay, so you're going to do... I'm going to let you do 3 damage there. So you do 3 damage.
Okay.
But you have advantage. You are now clung onto this thing. Shadow of the Colossus style. You are 7.5 feet tall, 300 pounds, climbing this huge, gigantic robotic lizard. Titus, that's the end of your go. Vixen, we go to you. You are 50 feet away, prone on a disc that has just been struck by a bunch of missiles. What are you doing?
What am I doing? It's a question I ask myself every single day. So my question was going to be, can I take aim at those power cells? You mentioned they were down the back of the Planewalker.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You are currently... You're currently looking directly at Planewalker. So you would have to use movement of the disc to get around. Which
I suppose
would be...
because it moved to sort of target Aark, didn't it?
Oh, no, you're right. No.
I was behind
this
it. Yeah.
This is great. This is great.
Yeah.
You can fully see these blue arcane cells. Yeah, you want to attack these things?
Yeah, I'm about 50 feet back from it because I
Yeah.
was there for a bit stationary. Then I got hit by the missile. So yeah, I'm technically, I think, still behind it. Or at least I can still see them, even if I'm on a slight angle. Because
You
I know it
can.
moved a little bit with Aark, and I've been trying to keep track of that. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm going to use Eldritch Blast then. And I'm going to target Horizon Zero Dawn style. I'm going to go direct for these power cells.
Nice. Roll to hit with both beams, please.
Okay. So first we have a 10.
Okay, that misses.
Yep. And secondly, we have a nat 20. So that's a 26.
Oh!
Yes!
I was confused for a minute because on D&D Beyond it just has a B. And I was like, what the fuck does B mean? Yes, 26. So that
It
hits.
means beyond, as in beyond good. So yeah, you have crit on your second beam. So roll all of your damage and double it.
15.
You do 30 damage.
Really?
Oh!
Okay. All right.
We're all doing damage. We're all doing different damage.
You're doing damage. You're doing damage.
doing
You're doing
damage.
damage.
You're doing
Oprah's
damage.
in the house.
Oh!
It's looking bloody nice. 30 damage direct to the back of them power cells. What happens?
Boom! You see this eldritch beam blast hit, like pierce through this carapace, and you see sparks start to fly and start to come out of these power cells. You don't see the power start to drain or anything, but you have hit a weak point within this Planewalker, and you are doing damage to it. Well done.
Yes.
Nice one.
We come back to the bird boy in the sky that this Planewalker cannot hit. It's Aark's go. What are you doing? Good sir.
So, Aark is going to look back at the raw box. Can he see... So, Aves is in there.
Yep.
Is Zalu in there?
Yep.
Okay.
Ooh, that might change things, eh?
So, remembering back to the vision where Titus said he would bring his wife home, he turns his back on that box and he looks down kind of the body of Planewalker to see like the fuel cells have been hit or the power cells have been hit.
Yep.
He is gonna cast Shatter at 3rd level.
Read aloud for the class, please.
Shatter, a sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from a point of your choice within range. Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a Constitution saving throw. A creature takes 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. A creature made of inorganic material, such as stone, crystal, or metal, has disadvantage on this saving throw.
Oh, that's so good.
Also, I've cast it at 3rd level, which means that it's actually 48 damage.
Oh, okay. Rolling a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage. What don't you want it to be?
15.
15. This thing has +4 to con. So on both tries, it's got to roll an 11. Here we go. This is disadvantage. So the first one's an 8. I'm going to roll the second one anyway, but I don't think it matters because it's disadvantage. Great. The second one was a 10. It absolutely fails. Absolutely fails.
Oh, yeah.
So, as I know it fails, I'm going to channel Divinity. And it's called Destructive Wrath. Starting at 2nd level, you can use your channel Divinity to wield the power of the storm with unchecked ferocity. When you roll lightning or thunder damage, you can use your channel Divinity to deal maximum damage. So, Planewalker takes 32 thunder damage.
Just
my
off the
days.
bat. There's no other
Bloody hell.
calculations you need to do. You're not adding up anything. 32 damage off the bat.
32
That's
damage.
it. 32 damage to Planewalker. How does this look as you do that? As you cast Shatter? What does this look like?
I like to think I cast it kind of right in the center of one of the power cells. So I kind of want it to kind of start to shake and split and then just kind of pop with like blue arcane.
It shakes. It pops. Like it like you see this kind of glass blue carapace around it just shatter, and you see all this blue arcane energy start to spill from the back of Planewalker. And Titus, you actually get covered in this blue arcane as it pops and bursts. You're hanging on for dear life with these great axes, and you feel this blue arcane wash all over yourself, all over you. Titus, give me a Constitution saving throw as you are hit with this wave of blue arcane energy.
Channel it. Hulk out.
Drink it. Drink it.
Drink it.
Drink it!
19.
19.
That's good today.
Titus, you pass. Your face is engulfed with blue arcane. You get all of your rages back.
Yes!
Yes. Glug, glug, glug.
Glug it down. This is what is this? This is Slurp Juice in Fortnite. If anybody knows what the fuck that is, yeah, you are glugging this stuff down. You feel stronger. You feel healthier. Titus, if you'd been hit for any damage, you probably would have been fully healed as well. But you see all of this blue arcane wash over your body, and you feel like super rage.
Oh!
Imagine all your veins are like popping and glowing, like. Yeah.
Oh, he's vascular. He looks so vascular right
Oh, you veiny bastard, you.
now. Yeah, veiny, throbbing.
Jack to the
bastard.
tits, let's go!
Aark, that's the end of your go.
I'm sorry, it's kind of not.
Go on.
Oh shit, here he comes!
My
more?
spiritual weapon's still there. Bonus action. I'm going to swoop at Planewalker. That's a 23.
Yeah.
Oh dear!
I like to think that Aark is just so angry about what he's learned. He's just taking it all out on Planewalker.
Yeah.
Oh, he takes 8 force damage as well.
Okay.
This is so canon, though. This is exactly what would happen if you fucked Aark off this badly. This is endgame now.
Yeah. Yeah, if you fucked him off this bad, if he found out that one of his kids is dead. Yeah. That's pretty serious going.
Now, being 300 when the bloke watches his son die and then just starts slicing dudes up.
It's that kind of rage that only a father could feel. Do I have to roll another saving throw, by the way? Have you still... Right.
Yeah,
What is it again?
Start your turn. Wisdom.
Yeah.
No, what is it? Sorry.
It's a wisdom save, isn't
I
it?
thought it was wisdom save, yeah.
Yeah, wisdom save.
Great. Got an 18, so passes that. Doesn't take any more
Oh
damage.
no, it still takes half damage.
No, you can't do this to me. No, this is my Planewalker. He's going to fuck you guys up. Come on.
Damn, we're killing this.
Oh, it takes 10 radiant damage still.
10 radiant damage. Planewalker is looking so fucked up.
Oh, get it.
Like super fucked up. Not on death's door, like nowhere near death's door, but can see the street that death lives at and can see the gate that you have to walk up to get to death's door. But you see Planewalker jolt and just like kind of crumple a little bit as it feels this weight fall down on it. I'm sure that's the end of your go now,
That is
isn't it, Aark?
definitely the end of my go. Yeah, that's all I can do.
Right, okay.
All you can do. Jesus, you gave us
That's all you
everything.
can do. It's all you can do. Right. It's Planewalker's go. Planewalker has had enough now and is gonna do a multi-attack towards Aark. So Aark, you are gonna get 2 punches thrown towards you, and you're also gonna get a bite attack. Here we go. So the first one's a 24.
That hits.
Oh, God.
The second one is a 16.
That misses.
And the third one is a 22.
Okay.
2 hits, 1 punch, 1 bite.
Okay.
There's a lot of dice going on here, so I'm going to go to D20 on Google. Here we
Nice.
go. Yeah. Okay. So you are hit with the punch for 9 damage. You see this right fist clenches, comes up, smacks you straight in the abdomen. You don't move too much. Your wings hold you steady. But you see this fist kind of punch you and then almost like wrap around the back of you. Doesn't grab you, but like has you at arm's length. And the bite is going to do another 14 damage with a bite. You see this thing launches up and chomps into you.
Can Planewalker make me a dexterity saving throw?
Oh, it fucking certainly can, I guess. Yeah, that's a 7. What happens?
So I have an ability called Wrath of the Storm. So you can thunderously rebuke attackers when a creature within 5 foot of you makes that you can see hits you with an attack. You can use your reaction to cause the creature to make a dexterity saving throw. The creature takes 2d8 lightning or thunder damage, your choice. So it's going to take 9 thunder damage.
Okay. 9 thunder damage. Yeah, this thing's looking fucked up. Seriously fucked up. Like, you guys have...
Just don't.
You guys
don't
have
kill,
really...
Don't kill Zark, kids. That's it. Don't kill Zark. Don't kill Zark.
Yeah, that's it. You had one job. This is why you can't have nice things.
You had one job, guys.
One job.
One job. That's got to be Planewalker's go now, right? He can do his legendary action stuff. Is that all right?
Guess
Is that okay?
so.
Great. Okay.
Didn't he give up two turns though?
No, so it costs 2 legendary actions. So it doesn't mean that he doesn't get to do it. But with legendary actions, he has like a reserve of how many legendary action
It's
points
like
he
his
can
spell
use.
slots. Get
Yeah.
it. Oh, go on then,
Exactly.
hon.
Go on then, hon. Do your thing. Have a nice time.
Oh,
Okay.
actually, sorry. I need to make a couple of rolls.
I love
Because-
We
this.
call this episode
You've caused-
actually.
Sorry.
Please.
Actually...
Actually, please, let's call it that.
So, because you've damaged me, I need to make concentration checks for my spells.
Oh, yes, you do.
So, your first one was 9, wasn't it?
It was.
So I have to beat a 10. I've already beaten it, so that's fine. Your
Great.
second one was 14.
14 damage, yeah.
Okay, so actually I need to double check. I rolled a 19, so I think I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay. I keep both my spells up.
Perfect.
Sorry.
Thanks for checking that, Jamie. That's
Yeah.
really helpful. That
Sorry.
really helps me out. Thank you.
Sorry.
This is Planewalker's go. You see that this kind of it's not a sentient being, but you feel in this moment that this thing seems like it knows exactly what's going on and knows that this is a last kind of ditch attempt. You see appearing within the blue arcane cells on its back. And Aark, you see this specifically. In fact, everybody sees this, but Aark, you all understand what's going on. you see dark necrotic energy start to fill these arcane cells on the back of Planewalker. The exact mind shadow necrotic energy that you've all experienced before. And Aark, your mind flits back to being on the side of the mountain where you had those necrotic scars appear on your forearm. And you feel this, you feel the energy that you felt in the room before, where you had a connection to the solar system and the planets and people, turns dark and fades, and all the connection that you had through corporeal fiber optic cables just severs, and you see Planewalker crouch down, open its mouth, and you see a ball of dark energy starts to charge within its jaw. This is the catastrophic beam that you saw it use against Squiddy.
This is its mega flare, isn't it? No!
Exactly. Mega flare.
We know that Squiddy survived it, so it's not lethal. So don't worry too much.
That's a really good point. Actually adds, great way of bringing the posy vibe there. Eds.
This is just a little electric shock. This isn't more than
a flesh wound.
Yeah.
A mere
But
flesh
a
wound.
scratch.
This isn't a total party kill, not at all. But you see Planewalker hunker down and start to charge this electronic beam within its mouth. We go back to the top of the round. Titus, that's you. You are hanging off the back of this thing just below the arcane battery cells. You've been covered in blue arcane, but you see all this dark necrotic energy filling up these blue arcane cells. What are you doing as you're hanging on with your hand axes?
I suppose it's not a good idea to get splashed with this dark necrotic energy arc. Is that not a good idea, is it?
Very much not a good idea.
But I'm going to keep climbing up using the hand axes.
Okay.
How far up can I get?
If you were to climb now, you would get onto the shoulders of Planewalker, which is just above the battery cells, right by his neck.
Oh yeah, let's climb up there and rage.
Great.
And let's go for another. Am I just behind the cells?
You're actually past them. You've climbed around them, and
Okay.
you're on top of where the cells are. You're this is such a wanky thing to say, but if you do squats, like a back squat, and you've got the bar across your shoulders, just in that perfect place between your muscles, just there on the nape of the neck.
Perfect for a nice soft bit of...
Yeah, Attack on
plunge a sword
Titan
into.
style, if anybody knows what I'm talking about there, but the nape of the neck.
Yeah, let's shove a sword with that. See what that is. If it's not going to hit necrotic energy cells, let's shove a sword in.
Okay. So where are you attacking? Where are you striking? Into the neck or into the battery cells?
Into the neck.
Into the neck. Okay, cool. Roll to hit.
Come on, here we go.
Got to beat a 16 to hit.
Come on.
Fucking get it! LastGoblin.co.uk 23.
23 to hit.
They're really on your side tonight.
Roll your damage, mate. Roll your damage.
Yes. Okay, a 10.
10 damage to the nape of the neck of Le Planewalker. Bonjour, as it were.
All right,
You
Delboy.
see, nice one, Rodney. Bonjour, mange two,
Mange two. Petit pois.
petit pois, posh peas, and all that.
Just an FYI, I went to see the musical in the West End. The
Is it
Only Fools and
good?
Horses musical, and it's actually brilliant. It's
Oh,
really
man.
good. Anyway, side note aside, no dice.
Full disclosure, I've never seen an episode of Only Fools and Horses.
How have you lived in Britain for over 30 years?
Get
How?
out. Get out.
Stick a pony in me pocket.
My God,
I'll
don't be
fetch
a
me
plonker all your
suitcase
life,
from the
lads.
van.
I've seen a bit where they're running as Batman and Robin, and I've seen the bit where he falls through the bar, but I've never actually sat down and watched it.
So you've not even
Wow.
seen the episode, the Chandelier episode?
Oh, the shadow.
Oh, I've seen that on a clip show, but not the the whole stuff around me.
Man.
Yep.
Okay.
So
All right. Well, that's an idea for a no dice. We'll watch an episode of Only Fools and Horses, and we'll come.
No, I tell you what, we will do a one-off D&D themed in Pepper
Oh
in
my
the 80s.
god! Can I play Baby Damien? Is that all right?
Yeah, as long as I can be Boise.
No, fuck it. I'll be Trigger. I'll be dumb as fuck. Right. So you did. Where the fuck are we? We did 10 damage to the nape of the neck.
10 damage, yes.
10 damage. No, that's great. You stab down into this Planewalker, the neck. Sparks start flying out of it, and Titus, you see as you stab into the neck, like you make this wound in the back of Planewalker, and you see all of the pipes and cables that are feeding the cell batteries. So you are opening up this Planewalker like stabbing a knife into a can of tuna or something. You've created this wound and exposed all these cables. That is the end of your go. Vixen, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to have another crack at shooting an Eldritch Blast into the power cells.
Okay.
Because it worked well last time and it's not costing me any spell slots. So I'm being quite frugal, but so I'm going to go for my first shot. Plus, this is really cool. It's kind of like my spell sniper, this kind of really taking full form. I can just sit there and ping, 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 slinging them. So, Eldritch Blast numero uno. 11. Does that hit?
Misses. That misses.
It's always the first one that's cursed. Right, let's go for the second. And the second was a nat one. So it's not this time. That's a shame because I had a real good pun for if I killed it via the power cells. But I guess it'll have to be somebody else.
Yeah, and that one with an Eldritch Blast, which you're aiming at the power cells, which Titus is basically stood on top of.
No!
Yeah, I thought this.
So, Amy, I'm going to need you to roll damage as if you hit with your Eldritch Blast, please, because you are going to target directly into Titus. Titus, this is not slashing, bludgeoning, or piercing damage, so you will take the full damage from this Eldritch Blast.
Is it not halved because it was a nat one?
No, absolutely fucking not.
Absolutely fucking not.
You guys are fucking you guys are fingering me up the arse right now and having a lovely time. I need to get a win where I can. So roll your damage, please.
Are you coming to fucking Paris or fucking not? It was 3.
Was it really?
Only, generally, I would promise you, I will take a photo so you know. It was a 3.
I trust you in this moment, I guess. Titus, you are struck with an Eldritch Blast for 3 damage.
Okay.
Vixen, is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
I'm going to shout down to Aark. I'm going to say, Aark, how you looking?
I'm fucked.
I can't feel my legs. Do you need any healing?
I'm gonna neck a health potion.
All right, okay. In that case, then, I will. No, you know what? I'll probably hold off myself because I'm weak, but I'm not like crazy weak. So no, it's cool. I won't use a bonus action. I'm good there.
Okay.
But I will say sorry to Titus.
Are you sure? Because this is a really bad attack. This is gonna fuck us up.
Oh yeah, you know what? That's a really good point. Yeah, I didn't even think about the whole Mega Flare counting down thing. I'm still trying to be conservative. No, fuck it. We've come so far now. So all right, I'm gonna use Healing Word then as my bonus action if that's cool.
Great. You use Healing Word and cast it on Aark.
On herself.
On myself, yeah, on myself.
Oh, sorry, on yourself.
Fuck that bitch. No, joking. No, I checked in with him first. So it's 5. But at second level, I believe I can cast it twice, can't I? Or I can use 2 d4s. So I might cast it at second level just to give me that absolute plump up. So my first one was a 5. My second one was a 6, so that's 11 points, and I'll just make sure that I've crossed it off at second level.
Plumped and ready, baby. Very nice.
And ready. So 11, what is that? I've gone up to 39 out of 41, which will do. It'll do.
That will absolutely do. Aark, that's your go.
I'm gonna, because obviously Planewalker is very close to me, I'm just gonna chink my my healing potion on his carapace and neck the healing potion.
Chink! You neck it back. That's your action. What else do you want to do?
Bottoms up.
Is that what's that? So that's 44 plus 4, isn't it?
Yep.
10 plus 4. I'll take that.
Okay.
14 healing. That's okay. Cool. 31 hit points. I'll take that. Beastie.
Great.
So I'll do that. Bonus action will be to use my spiritual weapon.
Okay.
That's a nat 20.
Oh my god, crit.
Oh, damn!
Absolute crit. Okay, cool. Roll that damage.
So that is... So that's 7, but that's 14 force damage.
14 force damage. Okay. This Planewalker is looking so fucked up. You have not lost concentration on your spells, so what do you need me to you need me to roll a wisdom
Wisdom save, please.
Wisdom. That's a 20. A nat 20 on a save.
Nice. So that would have been 17, but it's half now.
Yeah.
So that is
7. 7 plus 7 is 14. So 8.
It's 8. Cool. All right.
8, yeah. Okay. So fucked up. Any more saves you want me to do or not?
No.
Right. Cool. We'll move on then.
No.
Mate. Anything
Don't kill my
else you
kids.
want?
Don't kill my kids. That's basically it. This is the lesson there. Please don't kill my kids.
Yeah, sure. Okay, we'll see how that goes. Anything else that you want to do with your turn that I won't let you do?
I'm still quite close to Planewalker, aren't I? I'm like he's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, right
Just
next to him.
stick right next to him.
Okay. It is now Planewalker's go. Planewalker doesn't get to go because it's in the middle of a legendary action. So we go straight to its legendary action. And you see that this ball of necrotic energy, dark necrotic energy that was blue and bright, gets larger and larger. And you see all other systems on Planewalker completely deactivate. Its sole purpose now is to charge and fire this beam. You all see this. You all see that the beam is ready to go, but will fire at the end of the next round. We go back to the top of the round. Titus, it's your go.
We have to kill this thing now.
I'm going to yell to Aark. I can see these wires. And will that, if I yank some of these out, will it stop it from being able to be fired?
Would I know that?
I think you possibly would know that actually, because of your time with Planewalker on your home planet of Ede. I think you know that cables not connected to other cables will definitely do damage or, help stop it.
Cool. I'll just scream, hit it, Titus, hit it.
Okay.
I will tell you guys now, Planewalker has 23 hit points left.
Okay, well, I'm not going to be able to kill it, but I can certainly do some damage. Well, if I get a nat 20, but that's silly down, that's going to happen. But, yes, I will do what I did before. Plunge the sword in, but making particular aim for the pipes or the wires or whatever we're calling them.
Great. Roll to hit.
Well, that's coming in at some point. An 8.
An 8. Okay. Titus, you strike down with your sword, but you miss the vital innards of Planewalker. You still have movement if you want to move about on its shoulders, and you still have a bonus action.
Kind of like where I am, because I don't think it can hit me with the beam. It's literally, I'm picturing myself in it, like I'm trying to do it myself.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it won't hit you directly with the beam, but as Aark knows, and as Vixen from Zakai's memories know, it is quite a huge area of effect.
Granted. So therefore, moving was kind of pointless as well.
Yeah. Okay.
To get away from that.
Titus.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were going to say something. I was just going to teabag it.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Yeah. You squat down, up and down, up and down, up and down. You bear your bare bollocks on the electrical sparks of these cables and blue arcane.
He's like,
You feel your testicles like swell to the size of melons, and you become so much healthier and stronger. No, you teabag this thing, Vixen. It's your go.
oh my God, I'm just looking through everything I can do, just hoping to God. Annoyingly, so many of my like flourishes that I have, which are like special abilities, are attack actions, not spells, which is a real bastard at this point in time.
I would say it's a spell attack, isn't it?
Well, I was going to ask that question, but I don't want to be cheeky. So what you thinking? Basically, I was reading you. I'll read you what I'm planning. So I have an ability called a defensive flourish. So whenever you take the attack action on your turn, your walking speed increases by 10 foot. Not that that really matters because I'm in the air until the end of the turn. If a weapon attack hits, you can expend one of your bardic inspiration and deal extra damage equal to the number you roll on the die. You can also add the number to your AC until the start of your next turn.
Great. You're still on the platform, so you would have to use your action to get there, so you wouldn't be able to make a melee attack if you got there.
Yeah, that's what so it's not a spell attack, it's a melee attack.
No, it's a melee attack.
Cool, that's what I read it as.
Yeah.
Okay, oh man, damn it. I feel like the Eldritch Blast is probably the best way of doing this, just because if it does hit, it's likely to cause more damage, and we're only 23 away, right?
That's right.
Oh, shit now. Come on then. All right, I'm going to go for a hit.
Roll to hit with your Eldritch Blasts, please.
Jesus Christ, that's 10.
Okay, that misses.
And what the hell? 13 is my second one. That's missed as well.
That also misses.
Man, I should just do it with a regular dice. God damn you, D&D Beyond. Literally hard cut to me. You should just put an edit in of me being like, not 20. Amazing. Yeah, brilliant. Well done, me. Fantastic.
23 damage.
Oh, so good.
Vixen,
yeah.
is that the end of your go?
It is, yeah.
Okay. Aark, it is your go.
Ollie can't wait to kill us.
Come on, Daddy.
He can't wait to kill us. Go on, Daddy. Daddy.
Daddy! Yesterday my life was filled with grey.
Daddy.
Oh, okay, so I'll tell you what I'm thinking. Right now. Is that I don't think I can deal enough damage in one strike to take him down. So
I just realised I could have done something and I'm so sorry.
You could have given me some bardic, couldn't you?
I could have done. Yep. I could have given. I still had 2 left. Fuck's sake. I did earlier.
So I don't think I can take it down. And now I'm thinking, right, what is Ollie going to choose? Is it going to be a saving throw, or is it going to be a AC hit kind of thing? Just to kind of prepare myself for getting absolutely fucked up.
I can tell you if you want. This feels like dire straits. I will tell you that on the third round of the legendary actions for Catastrophic Beam, the beam is launched. It has a range of 1,000 feet. All players within a 200 foot of the beam must make... All players within 200 feet of the beam must make a nat 20 dexterity save or take 14d12 plus 24 radiant or force damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one.
Wow, we so nearly did it, guys.
I will remind you all that this stadium, like the arena that you're in, is 600 feet, big.
Is it a nat 20 or is it just 20?
Oh, I suppose, yeah, modded.
Yeah. It's nat 20.
Okay, so there's no...
So basically, you've got to be extremely lucky or you're fucked, is the answer there. If this thing is 600 feet, this arena, could you not just fly us up really high, Aark, and we'll try and escape it?
I could only dash to 100 foot.
Oh, okay. So,
It'd
yeah.
still hit me.
If you've got some amazing rule of cool plan, and you want to say it, I'll tell you if you can do it or not.
Okay, can I? So, his neck's exposed.
His neck is exposed. Yes.
So, do you know Star Wars, when
I know Star Wars.
Luke
Are you familiar with?
Yeah.
climbs in to that kind of carapace,
Yeah, funnily enough, I do know that part in Star Wars where he climbs into the carapace, yeah.
Can I climb in and hope that it gives you a form of protection?
Nice.
Fuck yeah, you could do that.
Okay.
You could move, you could use an action to, I don't know, pull somebody in, or...
No, I feel really bad because it's very much got the possibility to insta-kill.
If I was to let you just use your movement to be able to move to where you wanted to and get in, you cast command on Vixen to get in. You can use your movement to get where you need to go and use a free action to grab Titus and move in yourself.
Pull me, Daddy.
Cool. So, I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna pull Titus in.
Yeah. Free action. Totally cool. I'll let you interact with his hand and pull him down. This is Dire Straits, people. I'm giving them an out here.
Oh.
And then Amy. So I'm gonna cast command on you. It's get in.
Okay. It's get in or be fried.
You need to make a wisdom saving throw, and you need to roll lower than a 15.
Oh man. All right then.
What's your modifier to wisdom?
Wisdom is actually 0.
Yes.
It's charisma where all my stuff is. So he's
Okay.
right. I've got a better shout.
Okay, so 14 or lower, and you're saved.
Yeah. Basically. All right then. Cool. Alrighty. I'm gonna do a wisdom saving throw. It's 9.
Yes, you're in. You're in.
Oh my
You're
god!
in.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Holy shit.
Oh my Christ!
Oh my Christ. Mick.
Mick! Oh my Christ!
Me and you are gonna fall out
We're
today,
gonna fall
Mick.
out. You.
Oh boys, well done.
You get to the carapace. You pull Titus in. You command. You reach your hand out. This like almost kind of necrotic energy of like, commanding somebody to bend to your will. You see Vixen just push full hard on the throttle on this disc, which just like crashes into the side of Planewalker, and she just flies through the air. You reach out your hand, grab her, and pull her in. And you hear this whoa as this huge catastrophic beam erupts around Planewalker. Like even through the cracks that you've just been pulled in through, you see this blinding white light as it just eviscerates absolutely everything around it. It reverberates and echoes in your ears. You're all huddled down, literally in the cables of this Planewalker. These like pumps and cables, sparks of like electronic energy all around you. And you feel Planewalker's whole carapace and body collapse to the floor. Congratulations, you have defeated Planewalker and survived.
It spaffed its final bit out. Yeah.
You hear cheers, crowds, fireworks. Everything is just... It's all going off in this stadium. You hear the Games Master start to come on the tannoy and start to announce where you are in the runnings for the winnings of the day, but you feel all the dust and smoke start to settle. And that's where we'll end our session.
Oh. Well done, lads. I think I've earned an holiday now.
I really like the fact that this mirrors the end of Men in Black. All we needed was Aark to say, "You need to back up out of my face before something bad happens to you." Too late, and then getting him. Now some of that.
You foreshadowed it all along.
Good.
Thank you so much to my players, Jamie, Amy, and Adam, for coming through and playing another episode of Dice with Death. You can follow us on
God damn, I've missed this.
You can follow us on social media at Dice Death Pod. We're going to, well, first of all, I'm going to tell you to come and subscribe to us if you're listening to us on Spotify, if you're listening to us on Apple, anywhere you get your podcasts. So please listen, tell everybody you know about this podcast, even if they're not into D&D. We know some of you, like, it's your first foray into D&D by listening to the show, so thank you very, very much. As you heard last time we put out something in the feed, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/Dice Death Pod. Go along to there, and if you want to support us, donate some money. That would be brilliant. Thank you so much to everybody who is donating so far. We love you for it.
I genuinely can't believe it. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Like, it's wonderful. And also, it's so nice to have people who are like day ones as well.
Yeah.
You know, who are just, they've been here from the very beginning, and they're our loyalist followers. They are undead loyalists, if you will. And we absolutely love them. So thank you so much.
Just to clarify, you won't actually be undead loyalists, but you will be.
No.
You will be if you're the first 20 within the first 25 people to subscribe to the Patreon. Our prison pals, people who've been with us since the first episode. So well done.
Yes.
So yeah, go to patreon.com/Dice Death Pod. If you can donate monthly, thank you so much. It really helps us out. Thank you for listening to another episode of Dice with Death. Say bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.